Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. This is a masterclass by Simmi Gulati. She's an executive and leadership coach who helps leaders see differently before they do more using experiential, somatic, and inner work approaches. With close to 3 decades of lived leadership experience from Tech Mahindra, Wipro, and Ericsson HP, she now works with mid-career and senior leaders, navigating transitions, helping them move from self-doubt to quiet confidence through one-on-one coaching and group work. So, with this, I would hand over to Simi ma'am for the masterclass. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks, Ankush. Welcome everyone to the session and taking out your time for being here in this session. Before we move further, I would like each of you to share how you are arriving into the session and what drew to the session. So anyone can start. And it will be good if you can switch on your videos so then we can see each other. Thank you, Christabel, for switching on the video. Thanks, Rajesh. Check in, just sharing how you're arriving in the session and what is it that drew the session. So for me to get a sense of it, where we are.
Well, let me start introducing myself. My name is Rajesh Deshpande. I'm based in Middle East, Dubai, and I work here at one of the leading audiovisual integration company as a CSO. The topic, especially the name of the topic chosen by you, interested me, and I've been associated with Karan for a very long time. I know her since years, and this is my third or I think fourth RISE Summit I'm attending. And yes, this topic definitely, I thought it is interesting. Let me get the experts' view on this. I'm always open to learning.
Thanks for sharing that, Rajesh.
Okay,
This-
I'll go too. Is that okay?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm heading a team. It's my own company, and my team is growing. And of course, leadership is something that always there are a lot of expectations when you look up to a leader. So I want to know what those expectations are and how to meet them and learn, in whatever way is possible. So.
Okay. Others? Savita, Adi, Dilnaz.
Hi, good afternoon. Actually, I put something in the chat
Oh,
box.
okay,
So
maybe I
leadership
didn't
to
see.
me, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things. Leaders have sense of responsibility, moral obligation, and a lot of other things. But I also believe all of that journey of you being the leader you should be, depending, of course, it changes with context as well, but it starts from awareness because that awareness will bring a lot of focus, clarity, direction, whether it's to you and your team. And if you don't have it, your team will not. So it's always a constant work in progress when it comes to leaders.
Sure. Thanks for sharing that. I'd like to hear voices from Sabita and RD also. I don't think that it's in chat. I think from them.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Adi. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So currently, I am in my last semester of my graduating year. So I'm pursuing a degree from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai, and currently I am interning with Idobro Impact Solutions. So I'm working closely with Ankush sir, Karen ma'am as well, and this is my second internship at Idobro. So every now and then, yeah, in my past as well as I'm expecting in my future, I've come across opportunities which actually, uh, you know, somewhere where I was needed to demonstrate certain leadership skills. So currently, like I'm being in my, very inception kind of stage for my career. I would like to listen to all the experts and learn, new and different aspects of it. So thank you.
Thanks for sharing that, Adi. So I'm hearing a mix of a little bit of curiosity around leadership, awareness. Um, there is nothing wrong or right. We are arriving with this in the session. And how I'm arriving also is, let me just share that as well, is I'm open to what emerges in the session. And I wanted to also share at this point, this isn't a session where I would be teaching skills and stuff like that. It's an experiential session where we would access our inner wisdom, and we will do certain things, and which will bring out the learnings for all of us. You know. So before we move further, I would like to invite you to a quick somatic sensing, which means just feel if feel the chair that you're sitting on. Pay attention to the sounds around you. Just listen to what sounds can you hear. Feel everything, maybe breeze of the fan or AC around you. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice few things around you. Or if you prefer to close your eyes, you can do that as well. Coming into the moment right now, notice what is alive for you. Bring everything aside that you come to the session with. And at this moment, I invite you to recall a beautiful memory from your life. Something that still, if you think of it, it brings a smile on your face. Take a couple of minutes to recall it. See what you saw, feel what you felt, hear what you heard. In that memory, you got it already. as you feel ready, do share with us. That memory. Who would like to share? What did you experience as you try to get in touch with that beautiful, happy memory? We hadn't heard from Ankush last time. I also didn't ask.
Many things, I think, and I guess thoughts don't stay at one place, so it moves from one to another, and not necessarily you remain in that happy space. You move to another spaces as well, uh, which are connected. But yeah, I think if I have to mention, it would be like my son's birth, who is now 2.5 years, and I could just like see myself holding him uh, for the first time.
See, I can see that joy on your face even now when you're sharing about it. And I'm sure you can feel it too.
Yeah, very much.
Maybe another one or two people, they can share what they recalled or experienced.
Yeah. Hi, Simi. I think my experience was something similar to Ankush, of course. Yeah. Holding my son when he was a baby, singing a song to him to put him to sleep. Of course, he's now 26-year-old, but still, those memories are still fresh with me and they still give me a lot of happiness.
Thanks for sharing that. One more person would like to share? Anyone? Okay. So let's move ahead. So, see if you see, but others also did have experience of some happy memory. Others.
Well, I had an experience of my entire journey as a student,
Okay.
basically. So, yeah, and also my mind, like it's a human tendency where when you told us to feel, right? So there were many things that came across my mind. There were many things I observed. I realized that we tend to ignore them in our day-to-day lives, usually. So it starts with the mere things like the sound of the fan, or a certain sound coming from the other room, which you tend to regard as no disturbance, are actually sounds, and you can hear them. So that was it.
Thanks for sharing that. So, when we recall this memory, like Rajesh told, was 26 years back. Yeah. And for others also, it's a different point in time. However, when you were describing it, how vivid was it? You could see that what you saw. You could hear probably. You could feel that. It was like it was happening just now, just by that recall. Right. Thanks for sharing that, Dilmas. So why it was so vivid that you remember everything about it is because accidentally you somehow came in the moment, totally in one with that moment. Was there any past and future in that moment? That what will happen afterward, what will happen before? Most probably not. Because you were so one with that moment. Some accidental experience you had. So that is, in my understanding, that's the essence of mindfulness. That what we, try with different techniques and we try to arrive at this experience and not discounting the significance of that particular event, whether it's birth of son or a vacation or a beautiful day. It could be even in a visit to a very beautiful nature, very, very scenic place. It could be even that. So not discounting that, why we remember and why that happiness is there, because somehow the brain stopped for a minute. Because we know how it works. It keeps on going. So many thoughts coming and going through the day. In fact, in the night also, when we sleep also, it doesn't really stop. It's like, we are so used to computers now. It's like a computer which has not been switched off. So can you imagine what its state would be? And by some, accidental thing, something happened, and we experience that totally being in the moment, in that minute. And that's why it is so vivid. It is so happy moment. And you remember it even now after years. So like the title that I spoke of, mindful leadership, that's the essence of mindfulness that we have all experienced in some way or the other. We call it, some do meditation, some do it through the art or music or different things, sports, to arrive at that. So I will take you through one such experience. So because this you experience in your life somehow. But how do you arrive at when you want to arrive at it? And why is it important to arrive at such a time of a moment where it is like, there's no past, there's no future. Why it is important? Why it's important to arrive? Anyone? There's no right, just to set it right. There's no wrong or right here. It is our own experiences that we have come across. I would also be sharing from my experiences. Why is it important? Anyone can make an attempt. Why is it important to have such experiences of no past, present, or these mindful movements? Mr. Bill, would you like to share? Well, am I pronouncing your name right? Anyone?
Yeah, I feel I mean, I would like probably ask a counter question to you, like why
Yeah.
you said like why is it important to be present in the present, like no past or future, mindfulness moment, right?
Mm.
Um, I think I would more of like ask, is there a past or future? Because, right? Because, or rather, like, is there a present? I would say, right? Because the last second was the past, and the next second would be future, right? So it's 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 a little, I think, difficult to kind of put those in buckets.
I hear you. It's that's true. I mean, what is present right now, it becomes past in a minute. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. So let me share from my understanding. I have been practicing this for a very long time. In my understanding, it's uh, when we are in the current moment and very, very present to what's happening right now around me. It is very healing. It is very healing. Like personally, I've experienced. I'm very aware about what is happening around me. Like with all the senses, I can pick up what is happening. So in the how it helps, it could be in many ways. It could be in the for the well-being for sure, because the time that we are living in, there's so much of noise all the time, and there's so much of information overload that like, I mean, it's very it takes a lot of effort on one's part to just get off that and get that blank state for a while. And that blank state is very, very fertile, because when we experience that fertile state, it's a very creative state also. Like a lot of solutions, that something that you've been struggling with, you know, and I mean, one can access the subconscious through that also, which has many of the answers. Like we coaches, we try to, even coaches or even uh, creative people try to strive, like arrive at that state, because it's very, very, very potent. And also, listening and the presence, that we spoke about leadership. A lot of you are looking at leadership skills. So in everybody today is talking about presence. Presence is what, that when you are so present to the, you imagine you're in a meeting, and what you said, it doesn't really land to the other person. What you said, what the other person said, you didn't hear it fully, and you respond to it. Sometimes it happens, like, or something got missed. But when we are fully present in the moment, we pick up, we listen everything which is said and not said. We just get it right. So it's becoming in the leadership conversations, it's becoming very, very critical for the presence. Like how fully present we are in that moment. So I think, let me not spend time on uh, explaining it. Let's get into experience. So I would invite you to sit comfortably on your chair, feel your chair, keep your feet on the ground, and close your eyes. And take your attention to your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're breathing in, notice how your body is expanding with every breath. And when you're breathing out, everything that doesn't serve you, imagine it's leaving you. If the thoughts come, let them come and fade away. Gently tell them, it's my time right now. I get your intention. I will get back to you later. And gently bring your awareness again to your breath. Breathing in, taking in all the healing, energizing energies from whoever you believe in, a higher force, or somebody you connect with spiritually. With every breath, feeling more energized. Beginning to breathe in, when you breathe in fully, and then you breathe out fully. Breathe in and breathe out. And now feel a healing, nurturing presence, divine presence within and without you, and outside of you, within and around you. This presence is nurturing, playful, healing. As you learn to trust it, it will make your life fun and playful, enjoyable. You may see some images, you may feel some sensations. Even if you don't assume it is there, imagine it. Begin to feel this divine healing presence within and around you. This presence is loving, caring, nurturing, playful, wise. If you learn to trust it, it will make your life fun. Then tell yourself, I am taken care of. But trust universal mobile. Now taken care of. Or something similar that you feel more aligned with. Having to experience this beautiful presence within and around you. And whenever you feel like coming back, this room that you're sitting in, on the chair that you are sitting in, feel the chair below you. Move your shoulders a bit. Rub your hands and gently and touch your face with your hands. And then feel ready. Then open. So I cannot see anyone. Let me know that. you can switch on the video. So as you come back, I would like you to invite you. You have a pen and paper nearby. I'm putting a couple of questions in the chat box. Just those prompts, or you could, if anything else also comes to you, can write. So either next 5 minutes or so, 5, 7 minutes, you can take a pen and a paper. I put some, whatever you experience, you may like to capture it. I put some prompts also, some effective questions that might help in the chat. You may even like to write, or you may even like to draw. Use whatever you have. If you have some colored pens, colors, sketch pens, whatever, like to draw it. Can you hear the sound? Can you hear the sound? Yes. Since I can't see you, make a note of whatever you saw. Preferably if you can draw it. You don't need to note art in whichever form, however you want to represent it on paper with some colors. Take the 5-7 minutes to capture it. More minutes. You can also let me know if you're I cannot see anyone, and also I don't know how you, at what point you guys are. Have you done? I need more time. And Rajesh, you done, Rajesh? Done? You're done? Are you mute? Others? Do we need a couple of more minutes? Can we come back? Interest of time also, let's start coming back. Those of some people have joined now. I can see Jaya, Sandeep, I think. So we've been through a process and we're just coming back after that. So any one of you would like to share your experience? Show your what you have sketched also, if you like to. Yes, somebody share. Okay, share. Stop. Nice festival. Ankush, Rajesh, any one of you like to share? Wow. It's a bird, right?
It's a
You're,
bird. It's a bird.
it's a bird. Okay.
That's as best I could draw.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need to, it's something for you.
Right.
Okay. It's written black, deep, unending tunnel. Okay. So How was the experience? Christabel, you've drawn something. What does it mean for you? It's for you. It's something for you only. It doesn't it doesn't need to mean something for somebody else. It's for you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, I don't know. It may be just flying above the rest of the world or some kind of solitary experience, like, the clouds below and you are above kind of a thing.
How was the experience for you?
I think it was different. It was nice. And it was the first thing that came to my mind, so I just did it.
Ankush, what would you like to say? What you've written a deep, unending tunnel, like a black hole. Would you like to say more about it?
Yeah, I think it's more of like, you just keep going deep and deep and deep, but there is nothing as such you can see there. It's like just like you were going in and in and in. No chaos, but I mean it's quiet, but it's just like going in and in and in. And there is like you can't see anything, but it's not unsettling.
That was your experience through this process.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Some of us are visual, so we see things through and so depending on which sense is more prominent, like you felt it, that it was just going within. It's to me what it comes like, just going within. Okay. I was lost into the music, draws myself surrounded with mountains and sunshine. It feels like healing. Thank you for sharing that. Rajesh, would you like to share? You're on mute, Rajesh. You're on mute.
Yeah. Now you can hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So just random lines in any direction, but then finding the edges of those lines and connecting them back to other lines, horizontal, vertical, and trying to make something out of those lines. There is no shape as such, but just connecting those lines and seeing that there is no edge not be getting connected. That's what came to my mind, and I tried to do that. And overall, yeah, it took me some time to get out of the thought process into my being and feeling. And then this is what something very blank, and putting just random lines onto it. Now it was really a healing experience. Yeah.
What's your sense? What could these lines, when you look at these lines, what is coming up for you?
Different paths, connecting of different people. I trying to connect them with each other. So, I mean, somewhere I feel that's something which is in my being to connect with people and get more people around me, get them connected. Maybe.
That I'm hearing, what's coming for me is like pieces of puzzle sort of a thing, different, just connecting
Correct.
things together.
Yeah.
Something like
Correct.
that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And something which we don't know what's going to be there in the future, but in the past, you try to connect the past dots, try to find out what is in the future.
Vilnas, would you like to share what was your experience of going through the little process that we went through, capturing it after that?
So I felt actually nice for a reason. I felt refreshed, joyous, and I like, like mountain, sunshine, garden, greenery, a nice small little girl kind of thing. That's what I felt, and yeah.
For sharing. So, anyone tried to answer these prompts that I had put there on the chat? If I gently set aside my roles, what is present beneath them? Or that's alive for you from those? So we've had the experience. What we're trying to do at this point is we're trying to, how do we, one is how do we use this experience that you received just now? Would it be worth it to be able to create it on your own for you? Would that be useful? If I share something, how do you do that? How do we integrate this back into your life? We've had experience. I know it's afternoon also, and I think with this soothing music and everything, everybody must have gone in a different zone altogether. So the coming back, my intention is to, would that be useful to take away something from this experience that you can integrate in your life?
So I think what I can take away from this experience is to be more mindful and just sometimes to pause, be in the moment, and reset.
That be useful for the leadership, your inside out leadership that one wants to develop. So let me also, would you be interested in being able to create it on your own, at by yourself? Like right now, I took you through one thing. Would you be interested in that? Okay, so I have put up a short form, a kind of an acronym that can help you be able to create that for yourself. So if you notice, how did we start? We started with breath. So paying attention to breath. Breath is the biggest anchor. In the midst of anything that you are, a breath is a very strong anchor. Just paying attention to breath itself. Because when you notice when you are, like when you are upset and frustrated, different emotions, we breathe differently. But when we are relaxed, we breathe differently. So how do we use that mind-body connection? Just reverse it. So we use deep breathing. When we do deep breathing, then we start getting relaxed. We start getting into that relaxed state. So it's like you can change our state. Like an NLP says, we say that once you change your state, on your own, it becomes resourceful. So change the state by paying attention to breath. So breath and awareness to breath. That is 2 letters of the acronym I put in. I'm putting it here in the chat. It's very bird. Awareness to breath. AB is awareness to breath. And we can create a little environment. Initially, like when you want to take these small breaks or pauses, if you can create an atmosphere, like even for like we did, I think for some 5-7 minutes, not more than that. So create an environment, set a time for it. Maybe you can choose your favorite chair, favorite corner of the house. That, could be a plant around. You could even lit a candle or some fragrance that suits you. You can play some music. Like I did not play during that. I played it later. So I could have played it in the in that process also. When I was doing it. And what I was saying, you could do it mentally to yourself also. It doesn't have to be the exact words. So just deep breathing and paying attention to the breath in a environment that supports you, preferably when you're not in a hurry to go somewhere. So that's environment. And W and R is a routine. Like if we every day we take out a little time, to do that, and W is for willingness. So that just made us start a short acronym for it, for building that practice. And then gradually when one gets used to this, then like even even in the midst of the noise and everything, just paying attention to little sounds around you, like a closer sound, a distant sound, like 3 sounds around you. Like right now also, if you do, what 3 sounds do you hear right now around you? What two things that you can see? A is for awareness, R is for routine. Then us, A is for awareness, R is for routine.
Thank you.
We're just winding up, coming back together. If you all can be in video, and I'm happy to, because right now it seems like I'm just talking to the screens, whatever I'm sharing. So just like, I was just sharing a few tips with you. One is that what I took you through, that small experience, you could do that yourself to bring pauses through the day, like, every few hours, a small pause of 5 minutes is something I really feel that helps. And it's like, then it brings us to responding rather than reacting. So as we are coming towards the close of the session, what is it each one of you can share in one word you're taking back with you? And is it different than what you arrived with?
I'd say refreshed.
Okay, Christopher, Ankush, bye, G. Anything that you would like to say before we move on? What's the closing of the session?
So I think it's 4, but we can close early. We don't have to.
Yeah, I know that. So I'm just asking, we can close now. So I just wanted to ask if anyone wants to share what they're taking that with, then we can close.
For me, I want to add that I realize that in our daily running life, we have to take some time for ourselves, even in a busy schedule, to just take some time for ourselves and get healed back to be prepared for another round. And this session is so much helpful in that meaning. Even I'm living in Rishikesh and things are connected for me, but with this session, I get more connection and dots with it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ranji. Okay, anyone last who wants to share before we can close the session? Isabel, you want to say anything? Ankush or Isabel, anyone who wants to say anything?
No, I think it's quite. It was quite I guess we run around too much and we are always busy. So I think that was a quite 1 hour where we got to kind of ground ourselves, and also got an opportunity to look within. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much for engaging with the session. And that's the, my own personal experience. I give a metaphor, that we are running, but if we don't know where we are going towards, if we need to pause and see where I am right now, then only I can decide whether the direction I'm running in is right or not. Right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for this time and spending this 1 hour, 30 minutes almost, 15 minutes on this for yourself. And I wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Closing the session. Bye.